It's time for the second season
Mm-hmm.
to start
Yeah, we're gonna
of
see
Love
what
Live.
happens to Muse.
What's happening to Moose?
What's happening with the moose?
What's happening with Moose?
Good question.
Well, we're gonna find all that out today and more
Mm-hmm.
here on episode 14 of Jared and Al Watch Love Live. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Ladium,
Hello.
and we are discussing season 2, episode number 1, entitled Love Live. Once again.
Once again.
So, last episode,
Mm-hmm.
I made mention
Of a new president.
of a new student council president, and you were like, "What?
Uh-huh.
What do you mean?"
Uh-huh.
And we begin this episode by seeing who the new student council president is.
Yep, we sure do.
Something that you were not adequately prepared for.
No, I mean, you had warned me that it was happening, but I was like, wait, what? Because they have like the school assembly and they're like, all right, so let's welcome the student
The
council
school's not getting
president.
shut down. Here's the new student council president.
Yeah, and it has like,
I don't think they even say like the new. There's like, here's a word from the student council president.
and then Ellie stands up, and I was like, okay, she's gonna go up, and then she just like claps.
Just starts clapping. Yeah.
And is the only one
The only
awkwardly
one.
clapping. The only one. I'm like, oh no, what's happening here? And so I was like, okay, so it's not her. And
Who could it be? It's a honk.
it's a honk.
Hanukkah is the new student council president.
That's such a weird choice.
Umi is the vice president, aka the real one in charge.
Yeah.
And Katori's there. We learned that Ellie basically was like, yeah, I just nominated her, and that's how we did it.
Yeah. Which honestly, if it were me, would have done a little switcheroo there and put Umi as the president and maybe put like Katori as vice president and Honk like as the third person.
Just there.
Well, I mean, that's what Katori is. I mean, I don't know, man. Like she's good leader. Well, she has leadership abilities for Muse, but like leading a school, I don't know.
It's a little different.
Well, and she's not really a good student. And in fact, she's kind of the opposite.
Please do your studies. I will totally do that as well.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. So it's kind of an odd choice, in my opinion. I didn't really feel any kind of positive feelings about this.
It's very strange, yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Oh, also, she just completely messes up her speech.
it's they Umi and Katori had written out this big speech for her, and then she just like blanks on it as soon as she walks up there.
Yep.
She's like,
Probably because only one person clapped for her,
I mean, I would feel pretty bummed about that.
right? Awkward.
Also, we learn in this episode, Love Live is back. Also, we break out into a musical song and dance performance here at the very beginning of this episode, which is very strange.
Yeah. Yeah. I was not sure what it was. It was very odd. It was like it just became a musical.
Mm-hmm.
What
It's
the
very
heck?
weird. We also learned that Love Live's back,
Yeah.
but it's on a bigger scale this time. They're changing the format
Mm-hmm.
as well. It's not just, hey, the top 15 ranked schools or idol groups are automatically entered. It's, no, you got to go through regionals to qualify. Which they're like, oh, well, now we'll get a chance to make it. But also, oh, right, we got to go up against Arise if we want to make it.
And they just won.
And they are the defending champions.
One thing that I think is funny about this, and it continues on through the first few episodes, is they call it the Love Live,
Mm-hmm.
like consistently the Love Live, and I'm like,
I think this is just a thing the subs are funky about.
oh, okay, because it was really funny to me. I was like, the Love Live. All right, we're gonna go with the Love Live.
Mm-hmm. Because
Anyway.
like also like we were watching we switched from dub to sub. If you're probably wondering about that,
Mhm.
the Crunchyroll subs are funky because they translate Ellie's catchphrase into something completely different as well.
Huh, I didn't even notice that.
Like it's like Karo show instead of Haro show.
Huh.
It's really weird. So like I think that's just probably just some just weird subtitle funkiness.
Yeah, it turns out the dub for this is like nearly impossible to find.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pain in the butt. So we moved to subs.
Basically, it all just fell apart as we were watching this. So
Yeah, it really did.
we made the choice to like let's just switch to the Japanese version because that's going to be easier to find.
Like when we started this, everything was up on Amazon, and we're like, "All right, cool. Like we can do this. We can watch all the seasons, the movies on here. Like we have the dub." And then it's like, "Oh, by the way, Amazon took all that down except for the movie."
Mm-hmm.
We're like,
And even on Crunchyroll, like the only thing up there is season 2.
Yeah.
So it's a
Yeah.
weird funky thing that's happening currently. But yeah, Love Live's happening. But Honoka's like, nah, we don't need to go.
No.
We're good.
Y'all want to
Everyone's
just have
like,
fun and
huh?
perform?
Wait, what do you mean? What? She goes home later, and her sister Yukio's like, "Did you hear about Love Live?" And Honoka's like, "Oh God, why does everyone keep saying that?"
You too?
And Yukio's like, "Oh, by the way, Love Live's at the end of March. That's when the new school year begins." Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Honeka's just like, "Yeah, you're right." Which I think is interesting because like I think a lot of this is just like Honoka's anxiety from everything that happened at the end of season 1.
Yeah.
It's just basically kind of coming back and be like, I don't want to be a burden on everyone again. I don't want to cause like giant rifts within the entire group again,
I just
where
want to have
we
fun.
split up again. Yeah, like I just want we're doing we've saved the school. We've accomplished our main goal. So like, what more do we really need to do? Let's just have fun and enjoy ourselves. But that's not necessarily the case for everyone else, especially a certain gremlin. The next day, Nico's like, "Hey, we're gonna race up the stairs. If I win, we're going to Love Live." Honoka's like, "Okay, I guess." So they race up the stairs, and basically, like, Nico gets like a head start and is able to get it out into an early lead, and then like trips going up near the top and like hurts herself. So like they call the race off, and Honoka's just like, Why are you going so hard here? What do you mean?" And then they're like, "You do realize that like this is the last time the third years will get an opportunity to perform at Love Live? Like this is their final chance." And then Honoka's like, "Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that."
Oh my god.
And it's like, "You fool."
They're gonna graduate.
So she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, I guess that makes a lot more sense why y'all are pushing this so hard.
Why you keep mentioning March?
We should. Maybe let's try and win. I don't know. Let's do the thing."
Sure.
Yay.
Yay!
That's basically the episode. We learn Honoka's a student council president. Love Live's back. And Honoka just does not understand that it's the last time for the third years.
And Nico
Also,
cheats.
it's just cheats kind of, but not really.
She gets a head start.
She's the one that yells go, but obviously she's on the gun and yell go.
Right.
Honoka's just like standing there like, what? It's not like she like tripped her or something.
She tripped and was sad.
She was very sad. Yeah, we got some insert songs in this episode as well. We had Koremade no Love Live, which was the musical number.
So weird.
We got like a very slight acoustic performance of Susume Tomorrow, and also Private Wars shows up as well again. Got to hear that Arise anti-war anthem. Here are some notes and trivia from this episode.
Okay.
The same close-up animation of Honoka biting her bread is reused from Come True Our Dreams with the shading slightly altered, which that is the new single, I believe. No, it's not the new single. That's from the first episode. That's from the first episode. So they reuse a shot from the first episode in his.
Wow.
In 1156, Honoka's reflection had a few details to make it very slightly asymmetrical. Sure, that's in errors and goofs.
All right,
Apparently.
I guess.
And in continuity notes, Honoka's unusual ability to stop rain is a callback to the OVA episode, which previously had supernatural themed moments. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, she basically yells at the rain to stop, and the rain stops.
Yeah.
She used her stand weather report.
Oh my god. Very good.
So yeah, it's a pretty standard opening episode. Not a whole lot happens, but we get a few get bits of information, and it's like, hey, we're on the road back to Love Live.
We gotta do some Love Live stuff.
We gotta do Love Live.
Love Live. The Love Live.
Love Live. Next
Live,
time.
laugh, love.
God, band. Next time, we will be discussing season 2, episode number 2, entitled "Aim for Victory," where we it's time to go back to K-On! And have another training camp.
K-On! Again.
Yep. So we'll talk about that next time. But for now, if you'd like more from us, go to seasonlanguagecheckup.com or sac.cool, so you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Season Language Checkup and Season Language Checkup OVA. And you can find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. And you can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/animecheckup. So join us next time as we go off to the woods.
Mm-hmm.